Okay, we're going to talk about the fuel and exhaust systems, engine electrical systems, emissions and engine control systems. We're going to put these all into one category because on this car it is having what I feel to be an idle that's not smooth, but it's definitely having a gasoline problem. It's getting between the 17 and 20 miles per gallon city driving, and I'm not doing bumper to bumper, so this is not good. And in the older days, the older cars, if you got that bad a gas mileage, it could indicate that something was tune-up related, as far as something being wrong with your plugs or your emission system, your fuel system, your spark plug wires. They all could have an indication that would be affecting your gas mileage. So when I was at the dealership, I did see two cars that were on the lift that were getting their engines replaced. So hopefully there's not engine failure going on here. But there is a reason why the gas mileage is not even close to 29 miles per gallon. And it's going to have to be put on the computer. Hopefully, I'm only going by what the onboard computer says. I think I have a right to expect that that computer is accurate. If it's not accurate, it's something that the salesperson or the manufacturer should have informed me or anyone else as a buyer if there was a problem with the emission system or a problem with the onboard computer. But of course, no one has said that. So we're just going to presume that the computer's okay, but if it is a computer failure, then that would be something that Hyundai needs to address. Okay, now we're going to talk about the automatic transmission, brakes, suspension, and steering. In fact, let me skip to the chassis, electrical, and the body. I'm not having a complaint about the body of the car right now, and it seems to be the electrical system is okay, other than we don't know what's going on with the miles per gallon. Of course, if there was a problem with the electrical system as far as the sensors, engine sensors, that definitely could cause a problem with the electrical, could be causing a problem with the miles per gallon due to something wrong with one of the engine sensors. So we're going to go now to suspension and steering, brakes and automatic transmission. And again, these are areas that would be covered in your repair manual. Now, this repair manual is not the same as your owner's manual. Your owner's manual might list some things that need to be checked as part of routine maintenance, or it might tell you some things that need to be done as part of routine maintenance. But your owner's manual does not tell you how to do those things. So if you were to get, I think Chilton has one, and I think Haynes has one. If you were to get one of those repair manuals, you might be able to do some of that yourself. Keep in mind, though, that if you do any repairs yourself, you're liable for those repairs. So the manufacturer could come back and say you caused some other problem in the car and you have voided your warranty. So you do want to do everything possible to protect that warranty. If a authorized dealer says to you that they will not perform the warranty work, I think you owe it to yourself to be very adamant that they do take care of your warranty issues, because that's why you bought the car, and that's why you have the car, because it has a warranty. So in terms of the suspension, the brakes, and the automatic transmission, well, as other blogs have mentioned, the car does not have a good suspension. This is the Accent SE automatic 2013 Hyundai. It does not have a good suspension. On rough roads or coarse roads, you really feel it with this car. Now the SE model, as opposed to the model that's not SE, has the low performance, or actually the sport, low profile sport wheels and aluminum alloy rims. So I feel that this gives a different kind of ride, and I think this contributes to the rough ride on rough surfaces. When you hit any type of small bumps with this car, you really are going to feel it because of these low profile tires. So I don't rate the suspension very high. Out of 100, I'll give it a 40, because it's just not a good suspension. It just does not give a good ride when you hit bumps. And I don't know if it's because of the tires. I've tried to change the tire pressure, but the air, not the air, but the ride is kind of like, a little bit wobbly, like you're just a slight kind of motion, like if you were on a ship or something and it was wobbling and you were a little seasick or something. It's just a slight kind of wobble from side to side. Just I don't, like I said, I don't know if it's the suspension or the tires, but plenty of people have talked about the tires and the suspension, so I don't have to repeat that here. But I will say that when the car is decelerating, it seems to happen at a certain speed. I'm not sure what it is, but it's pretty persistent. Let's just say around 15 miles per hour as it's decelerating. You do feel like a little shudder, vibration, or something coming from underneath the car. Now, the previous model I had was a 2010 Hyundai Accent, and I felt the same thing in that car. And I brought it to the dealer's attention, and they just caught it, just kind of ignored it. But I mean, it is there, and I don't quite know what caused it. I don't know if it's coming from the tire pressure or something to do with the transmission. So I'm going to give a big question mark to the transmission and the suspension. It's not a good ride suspension-wise, and I don't know if it's because something's defective, but certainly as far as the vibration when it's decelerating, that would indicate the possibility of a more serious problem that could be warranty related.
Have consulted with Hyundai. We are completely within our rights not to service your vehicle. Obviously, it is the same vehicle, an Accent as what you had in 2010. The same. For Saturday, because we will cancel any appointments we see come on Hyundai that we don't need to accept any clients. It has. I heard. I heard your allegations of race. Neither Francis nor I have ever met you. And so we have no idea what your race is until you told us. It is clearly based on our past history and our inability to satisfy you as a customer. And that is it. There's no other reason for that. And the way you spoke on the...
I mean, my job is my livelihood, and wow, I don't know why, but whew. Give me a call, 562-212-2750. I take my job very seriously, and if I offended you or done anything wrong by selling you the car, or I didn't go with some of the features of the car that you may thought I had, I mean, you could have used an email call before you trust my survey, and I'm just totally like, I don't know what to say right now. I mean, this is my livelihood. I would come to your job and trash you. So I'm just trying to understand why you trashed my survey. Because I thought everything was well, and if it wasn't, I thought maybe you would have called me at least. You seem like you're a pretty cool dude and customer, and